Hello and welcome to Kristi's Cropping and Creating. My name is Kristibolin and I live in South Carolina. I have been a Creative Memories advisor for 27 years. We're getting really close to 28 since we're approaching the end of the year, but I want to do a quick page for you tonight. I'm using the 101 Scrapbooking Ideas and Sketches plus 3 Fast Formulas book. I am on page 95 and I'm doing one of the sketches that will hold 4 or 5 photos. It's probably going to end up holding more for me because I'm going to use peekaboo pockets to stack pictures on top of each other. I won't actually be doing that in the class tonight in this video. I keep saying tonight. I'm recording at a night. Ugh. I'm recording at night, but you may be watching it during the day or who knows when. So I do thank you for watching though, and I hope that you will like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kristi's Cropping and Creating. And I hope that you will go back and watch last week's video. It was a really good one. I didn't do a very good job promoting it last week, so the viewership is a little bit down, but the name of it is a quick video to pick some ovals for a funky wallpaper design page. I'm not sure if YouTube actually dates the post or if it just says when it was. When I am recording this, it was posted 9 days ago, which was either on November 6th or 7th of 2023, but please go take a look at it. It's a really neat design. You know what? I have it close by, so I will show you. This is how the design turns out, and then you put your pictures on the page. But I show you how to make these cute peak in quotations, ovals. And I got this idea from seeing a wallpaper on a TV show. All right, enough of that. I want to quickly do this page, and my base is going to be an actual Spargo scrapbook page because I'm working in an album. I'm going to actually put pictures on this page this evening while I'm recording this, and this is the papers that I'm going to use. Now, obviously, these two papers look like they belong together. They are from two completely different collections, which is one of the things I wanted to talk about. And then this blue paper is the same design as this beige paper. This is from Totally Tonal Beige paper pack. This is from the Totally Tonal Blue paper pack. You know what? It might be, no, it is from Totally Tonal Blue. I started to say it might be from Totally Tonal Baby Boy or Baby Blue, but it is blue. This is a paper from one of our newer packs called Called to Serve. And obviously, Called to Serve is going to be like military themed. There's a paper in that pack that has different colored stars, really bold colors of stars, as if, you know, it's to defend the United States or maybe even Canada. I'm not sure what their military wears. But I like this paper because it has this sort of camo look and the digitization camo look, because I am working on pictures that are from a pool construction project. I'll just give you a sneak peek at what the back of the page looks like. So see how I've got all of this dirt and trees and landscape type photos. So that's why I want to use this as my base. So I'm just going to dive in and get started. And I will tell you that this is going to be really easy to create, but, and I'm not going to be matting my photos. I don't think I have a vertical photo, so I've got to figure out a way to cheat around that. But the other point of me showing you a sketch page and then it turning out different is the fact that you can make it your own. I probably will not use any specific sticker design across the center, So honestly, I'm just going to be doing like the color blocking look that you see down here with these reds. Let me hold it a little bit closer. I believe they used a solid, probably cranberry base, and then they used 4 different papers from the Canadian Pride collection that came out in 2022 to make the 4 bases of the 4 photos. So those 4 printed red designer papers are different. All right, so enough talking. I am going to get started, and then I have to just figure out where to sit everything. I never want to crush my pages and things as I'm working. So my first cut is going to be for my top right, no, my top left base paper. And this paper is going to be a 6.5 inch square. So I need to open the arm of my trimmer so that I can measure out to the 6.5. And I am going to cut, and I do want my wavies to go horizontal. So I've got the paper in the correct directional format. And I'm going to cut down to the 6.5. Instead of slicing my whole piece of paper, I'm just going to cut my one square. And that's what's great about this this trimmer, is that you've got so many ways to measure. You can just cut to a certain spot and stop really easily, instead of, so now this is my scrap rather than me slicing down, cutting again, and then having 2 separate scraps. So that's what I was trying to say there. All right, let me find a place for that to sit. So this is going to be up here on the page, sort of like that, or exactly like that. I don't know. And then the next cut I'm going to make is for my background paper that's going to go here. I'm going to use this camo paper for it, and this piece of paper is supposed to be 5 inches wide by 6.5 inches long. And I'm going to be using the same background paper down here in the bottom, so they're going to be opposite each other. The sketch did not use they didn't use 2 designer papers on the layout, but that's what I'm going to do. Since my smallest cut is at 5, I'm going to put my paper at the 5 inch mark rather than putting it over at the 6.5 inches and cutting that first. But I am going to cut all the way through this time, and then I'm going to continue to read my sketch, and my first piece needs to be 5 by 6.5. So I'm going to cut this one, and it will be up here like this. And then I'm going to see what I've got left. I know I've got 5 inches at least going one way, and I think it might be 5 inches both ways. So no, it's 5.5 the other way. So I'm going to trim off 1/2 inch, because down here in this corner, this needs to be 5 by 5. So I'm going to trim off 1/2 inch in one of the directions. This piece may work for like a ribbon that I'm going to be making eventually for the page. So this will be down here, and I don't have this up high enough on the page. I'm supposed to have a border around, but I didn't have it quite up high enough. All right, so my last piece of paper is going to be this blue. I wanted there to be some blue on the page somewhere, and you know, this is like, wow, that's a big shock of blue to go with that camo and that beige wavy paper, but this is what I want to do, and so we're gonna see how this goes. This needs to be 6.5 inches wide and 5 inches deep. So I need my design to go horizontal and I'm gonna cut from the 6.5 down to the 5. And at that point, I believe I should be able to turn this and trying to think of how I can show y'all. This time I will put it at the 5-inch mark and cut from the bottom to the place. And that should fill that space. It does. Yay! So I have, like I said, 3 different papers, and instead of 4, and then I'm using them in an odd way together, but this is going to work for my project. So let me put my adhesive on the back, and then I need to grab my pictures so that I can add these to the design for you guys to see. I was going to do all 4 at the same time. I changed my mind. I'm going to come back up. So this should be 1/4 of an inch. What I should do, rather than guessing on these measurements, I should put my page better on my 13-inch mat so that I could see that I'm putting this exactly in the right place. But instead, I'm just going to kind of guess here. This one will go even with this corner. And then this will go even with this corner. That stripe that's on the back of the beige and the blue, it would work for my layout as well. Eventually, this is probably going to be a double page spread, but for now, I'm just going to show you this single page. All right, let me get my sketch back over here. And I do think that this does work really well for the tonals that they used in the reds, but I'm not afraid to use it for this right now myself. So when I have this ready to go down, instead of it being a vertical picture like is on the sketch, mine is going to have to be horizontal because I don't have any vertical pictures to go on. And I know that when you're talking about photos, it's supposed to be landscape and portrait, but y'all know what I mean. Or maybe you don't know what I mean, but but that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see if I need to switch. Let's see, this is with this. This is from a bedroom window, and it's sort of that look. I was trying to decide, do I want to switch out anything? I think I'm just going to go with that. So from the sketch, I should technically mat my photos with, they've used, I believe that is probably like a navy or a black that they matted their photos with. And this sketch will tell you those measurements for those mats. If this is a 3.5 by 5-inch photo, then that mat would be 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. So it's an 1/8 of an inch mat all the way around. But again, I'm not going to be taking the time to do that. So I'm just going to throw these on here the way this is. And I know I'm pretty sure I said it in this video, I'm going to be probably using some peekaboo pockets on this layout too. So I won't be doing that during the class right now, but I will worry about getting more photos and more decoration and such on here, not during the taping of this video, but you can see how easy it is to quickly get some photos on a layout from a sketch. So I will come in from the edge. I want to allow there to be separation between the photos, but also a border around the side. This is what I meant, a border between the photos, but also a border of the paper on each side. Oh no, did I run out? I thought I ran out of tape runner. That's the scrapbooker's law, that you'll run out of adhesive when you're teaching a class or showing a technique. So I do want to line up the bottom one with the one above it for both, and then also line up the bottom of the one photo on the left with the bottom of the photo on the right, so that you have about the same border all the way around. So as you can see, it really will enhance it if I bring something in here to go across the middle. You know, I might, trying to decide, I might end up using this River Waves border punch that I used it in a page the other day. I don't want to take the time to do this on camera right now, so I may or may not go back and add that, especially when I go to do my second page for it to be a double page spread. And then also, since I'm talking about doing the double page spread, I will probably make these mirror images, in that my blue will be on the inside bottom left instead of the bottom right of my right hand page. So I'll just like flip flop. I'll still have the camo looking paper in two places, which will be the top left and the bottom right. I'll have the beige paper in the top right and the blue paper in the bottom left. So that's probably how I'll go back to make them the same, but you know, different to turn it into a 2-page spread. And also, I was going to show you this that I had left over just a minute ago when I cut that 1/2 inch off. They have a little embellishment here on the sketch that I could probably use the back of. It's got grid lines, but I could use that on there to make a little ribbon just by trimming the ends of it. Let me just go ahead and do it, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to fold it together. So I folded it together. I'll take my scissors and I'll cut into the point. Oops, I did it the wrong way. I should have cut it the other way. Let me go back and do it the other way so that it'll open up the right way. That was the look I was going for, rather than the arrow look. So I can have this on the page here, and I would anchor it down with some sort of icon. I'm not sure what I'll use. They used a little floral thing here, and then on the sample of the sketch, they used a sticker cluster. So I'm not sure what I'll use to go on that, but I can put this on the page. There's also one down here in the bottom right, and that is a sticker cluster right there. So if I wanted to put it down here, I could do that, or if I want to put it up here, I'll just go ahead and assume that I'm going to put it up under my top left photo, and I'll just go ahead and stick it on here, and then I'll decide later how I want to use it, to anchor a sticker or to anchor some journaling or what. So that was really quick and really easy. I just followed the sketch according to the color blocks for the background. I used my actual Spargo scrapbook page, and I think I got that crooked. Let me fix it, because it's going to bother me if I don't. And I used papers that are from 3 different paper packs and collections. You know, the blue doesn't necessarily go with the colors of the other, but it works for what I'm doing, because this is about building a swimming pool. So that's why I wanted to bring in that blue. I hope that y'all like this. If you do not have a Creative Memories advisor that you shop with, I would love to help you. You can shop from my website, and that is creativememories.com/user/KRISTIBOLIN. You can email me if you have any questions or suggestions. If you're looking for anything specific that maybe is not on my website, my email address is kristibolin@gmail.com. And if you're interested in joining my subscription group, I have a weekly class that meets on Wednesdays at 7:30. The classes are recorded and you can watch them at your convenience if you can't be on live, but we create together and just have fun. And so if you want to email me about that, ask me about Kristi's Croppers subscription group. Again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so that you'll know when I put up a new video. And I hope y'all have a great week. And if you have not placed an order to grab a Black Friday bundle that were available early, they've been available for over a week now, but you have until November 17th at noon Central Time to grab those. And unfortunately, tomorrow is November 17th. So hurry up, go grab them if you're watching this in time. Take care, and I'll see you next week.